after just watching the recent episode of Dragon Ball Daima, I do have to say that it is interesting, but also there's a part of me that feels like we missed something, and it rhymes with Damagami. Dragon Ball Daima episode 7 called Collar is pretty much them just continuing their adventures, but this time going straight to the Tamagami. Even though they do find Tamagami number 3, I do have to say that it is a slightly disappointed episode because I feel like it was led up to something that we weren't going to get. And that's where I kind of feel like this is kind of just like a little filler episode, the way it was. But I do have to say though, it is interesting that finally Bulma, Vegeta, Piccolo, and them are finally in the demon world, and thank God they finally show up, because I was getting worried that we weren't going to get them in this episode, or even in general find any kind of information until like the next episode or the one after that. But I will say though, I do like how we finally get to see Supreme Kai fight in this episode, which they do also reveal his name, which is Naher. I'm kind of interested on that name personally, but it's not bad of a name, but I think it's hilarious that Goku just doesn't really want to talk about it, so he's just like, you're Supreme Kai to me, I'm not going to call you that name. So we'll just stick with that. As every episode has a specific meaning to each episode, the collar was one of the biggest things in this episode, because King Goma's men are tracking her collar pretty much wherever they go now after they scanned it from the last episode. Pretty much she was very concerned of like even leaving at this point, which Supreme Kai breaks the collar by using a specific spell, I guess, or power, I'm not entirely sure. He uses it, and sure enough, the collar breaks, and now she is fully free, and there's nobody tracking them at this point, which is really nice, but also at the same time, it seems like they can still kick all the men that go after them at this point. Like, even Supreme Kai and even Glorio pretty much just beat them all, so it's kind of just straightforward to the point where like it doesn't matter how many men these people come and fight them, it's pretty much just going to end up to the point where they're going to win. And even if they brought Goku into it, even though yes they technically brought him in at the last minute, their men would still fight them and lose every single time. But I get it for the plot. I understand that they don't want to keep showing the guards coming and going after them at this point, so makes sense to get rid of them. Besides those things, I will say the one thing I did enjoy the most out of the whole episode was Hebus literally talking to King Kadan about him pretty much saying that he does not want to take care of Piccolo, Bulma, and all that, because I think that's hilarious how he was trying to get out of it by saying he had a date, but even though King Kadan already knows that this demon pretty much doesn't have any kind of girlfriend or anything, so I just think it's hilarious. But they made a deal that he gets a large pizza at the end of this. Kind of a win on his end, if you want to go with that, because he does his mission, but he gets a free pizza. He's still getting rewarded no matter what. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for Dragon Ball episode 7, of course. We did get a little sneak peek at the end of Goku doing his little fights, of course, with Tamagami number 3, which is going to be interesting to see. But we're going to have to wait another week just to see that, unfortunately. But other than that, guys, hope you guys watching anything for subscribing here, of course. Let me know down in the comment section below what are your thoughts about this particular episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you a little bit disappointed that even though, yes, they talked about Tamagami all the way through the episode and we didn't get that fight after all? Are you a little disappointed about that? Are you not? Are you still okay with it? But I'm just curious on your end. But let me know down in the comment section below what your thoughts, opinions about this. And I'll see you all in the next videos. Peace out.